Chrissy, thank you. The tech company CEO seen on a Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert embracing an employee, well, he resigns.
Jan Ronas joining us now to explain the legal aspects of what happened. Jan, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, the internet didn't miss a moment on this or a beat on this. All weekend, everybody has seen this video, but it has brought to light some questions that wasn't even legal for them to do that.
Well, it's certainly legal. You know, there's hardly any expectation of privacy anymore in America, particularly in public places, and there's never been an expectation of privacy in a public place. So people can take your photographs, they can record you, things of that nature. So although we think there's privacy, there are cameras everywhere today. Door ring cameras, mounted on buses, buildings, everywhere.
What about when you're choosing to be at a venue? So say I'm going to this concert and am I signing anything, any legal, piece of paper when I buy that ticket? Is there anything in the ticket sale that would say you're allowed to be up here and whatever happens when you're on is your problem?
Right. Well, I mean, whatever you might think subjectively, objectively, there's just no expectation. You're in a public place, it's open season, there's cameras everywhere. People should know that today. I mean, look, the fact that this happened was a big coincidence and probably, I'm sure, a shock to the participants and everybody else, but it happened. And so there's just no recourse. From a lawyer's point of view, the only thing I can see is divorce, and the consequences of that, given the marital status of the respective parties.
I mean, the chances of this happening in such a big arena with so many people, it's a conversation to its own of why this happened.
Right.
Over the weekend, I think Coldplay had another concert, and this time he is heard announcing that we are coming into the audience to see you, and your picture may be on the Jumbotron. Is that the new way going forward? Is that he or anybody needs to announce that that's going to happen?
Well, there's no obligation on the part of anybody to make that announcement. It may have been, in an area of interest of jocularity or something of that nature. It may have been funny, but there's no legal requirement for them to warn anybody. I mean, look, when you're in public, it's, like I said earlier, it's open season on your likeness and your face, and the fallout can be catastrophic.
Are we done with privacy then?
Of course, we've been done for a long time with privacy. None of this is new. The Supreme Court ruled years ago that there's no expectation of privacy in a public place. And so, going forward, that's just the way it is. In today's world, highly digitalized world, cameras everywhere, reporters everywhere, it's open season. So, you better be discreet or not get involved in monkey business.
I mean, and I think about all of the times, at a Padres game where my son is just hoping to get on that Jumbotron, and then you see this in just such a negative light. And so you hope that it continues on to be a positive thing and something fun for people to do at concerts, at venues. This is something that should be a fun moment for, the crowd, and to be at something that they've paid to be at, that they're excited to have spent the money for. This former CEO, though, you're saying he has no legal action. He can't take any legal action against the venue, against Chris Martin from Coldplay, nothing. You're just there, and that's your problem, bud.
That's it. I mean, obviously the economic hit to him must be huge, because I'm sure he had severance agreements. He must have had retirement plans, things like stock options. So from a financial point of view, it's catastrophic to him as well. But it's something I guess he invited recklessly, and he's going to have to pay the price going forward.
Even though you're saying, excuse me, that these venues don't need to do anything, these artists don't need to do anything, privacy's kind of out the door, do you think they're going to make any tweaks and changes if you're going to go into a public place, announce something, or put something in fine print? Or are they just going to leave policy as is? I
hope they leave it as it is. I mean, look, obviously it suppresses freedom of expression, association, things of that nature when you try to put those kinds of restrictions on the activities, prohibit activities that take place in a public arena like that. I mean, I'd hate to see a world in which there are restrictions. If you don't like it, don't go to the venue or stay home.
Some people are saying that a lot of it looked so staged, and now Coldplay's saying, they're so popular all of a sudden.
I mean, it could have been. It's hard to say. I mean, a lot of people still think the world's flat. I doubt it. They were in the wrong place at the wrong. It's like the old line from Casablanca of all the cities and all the gin joints and all the cities of the world. You end up here. It's kind of a metaphor or illustration of that.
Yeah.
And so.
I think they learned the lesson the hard way.
I'm sure, well, I hope they learned the lesson, but it was the hard way, howsoever much they learned,
All right, Jan Ronas, we appreciate you.
Okay, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a short break.